Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a little different from my other videos. One day I was just sitting and thinking that I have been to Indigo and then I came to Qatar. In between also I have given so many interviews of Air India, Singapore Airlines, British Airways, and I got through in every one. In my first attempt I cleared every single one, but I chose to stay in Qatar. I also got the invitation for Emirates, but I didn't went for it because I was already in the training of Qatar Airways. So I think I have a roadmap that how I will prepare for any certain interview, and which has helped me to get clear in the first very attempt. There are so many crew who I have met and they have told me that this job is their dream job. Being a cabin crew is their dream job. I have heard so many people who say that their dream job is being a cabin crew. But this is not my dream job. If somebody asks me that, is it your dream job? No. I just accidentally landed here and I'm just loving it for now. Who has cabin crew as their dream job but they're still not getting it? They are in their 4th attempt, 5th attempt, 10th attempt, 14th attempt. I've heard of crew that who have got clear in their 10th or 14th attempt or 18th attempt. It is too much. So I'm here to just share with you about what I used to prepare for any interview so that you can take some insight and you can try it and let me know how it goes with you. So point number 1, and it's the very important, very crucial, and I think it's the basic fundamental point which is required to go ahead one step in a cabin crew interview, and that is to prepare your CV. Yes, you heard me right. Preparing your CV, you need to keep it very short and crisp. You don't need to tell every single detail in your CV, only the basic information. And what you can give a hint in the CV is that you can tell something about yourself, like an introduction of 1 or 2 lines, and the experience which you have. In that you can mention one or two lines each in the experience which you have learned. Like, I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to be a cabin crew, okay? And you have never been a cabin crew. Let's say you are a fresher. So whatever experience you have, how you will make that experience valid for a cabin crew job, right? So you have to look at the keywords which they use usually when they are doing their interview. Like, you should be team player, you should have positive attitude, you should be punctual, you should be disciplined, you should be time managing. These things should be there. So try to identify how you have done these all things in your previous experience, however, and just point that out, like this job gave me this and I learned this, so that they know that you have those soft skills which is required to be a cabin crew. And especially make a small column for your soft skills, your skills which you want to highlight that you have, like team player, positive attitude, punctual, honest, loyal, anything, whatever you think is a soft skill you have. Write it down, and 2 or 3 lines just below your experience, so that you become relevant candidate for them. Got my point? So in this CV, people make mistakes only that they just write about their experience, cut to cut, they write about their skills, but there is not enough information that will make the person who is selecting the CVs to give you the invitation. Because in most of the airlines, they give you invitations. In international airlines, you post the CV, they give you the invitation, and then you get the interview done. But if you're not getting the invitation, how will you go for the interview, right? So that is the reason you need to get through the CV round first, and for that you need to make them convinced that still I don't have the experience for a cabin crew till now, but I have those soft skills which is required to be a cabin crew. So there's no prior experience they are looking for. No, they're not asking for any prior experience, but they're looking for the soft skills which a person have or have not. They can identify from the CV. How will they identify? You're not talking to them, right? They will only see your CV, and the CV is the only thing which will convince them to select you or to reject you. For the CV, I'll make a separate video how you can make a CV for freshers or for experienced crew, so that it is much more easier for you to get selected through the CV round. Okay, coming to the next point is keywords. Pay attention on keywords. Keywords are everything. You will keep listening to me that pay attention on the keywords. What I'm saying is how to pay attention on keywords. Go to their website. Okay, go to their website and read about their about the introduction they have, the paragraph, everything which they have on the website when you go on the career page, right? So you will get some keywords related to their expectations from a crew, or what they do as a company. What qualities are they projecting out as a company. Look for those keywords. Like, they will be like there will be different keywords. Use those keywords. I will show that in the screen, that use those keywords in your CV. Try to use those keywords in your interview round. Whenever you are giving your introduction, whenever you're giving any particular answer, try to mix those keywords with your answer. Give your answer around those keywords, so that they will keep hearing those keywords again and again in their mind, and they will be like, yes, you are the correct candidate. So how to give an introduction, it's again a separate, I'll make a separate video if you want, how to prepare your introduction, especially because the first question they ask is, tell me about yourself. So don't go for the basic answers, try to go little deeper for every answer, for every question, keywords which you have already seen in the websites, and use them. It will make your answer much more different than other people who are sitting in the room. Now the third point comes about, and most of the crew forget, like most of the candidates forget about this, is they don't research about the company. It's very important for you to know where you are going and why you are going, because when the interviewer know that you know about what you're talking about, you know where you are coming, you know what you want, they will take you seriously than other crew or the other candidate who doesn't know anything about the company. Research about the company, that is very, very important. Research like what? You should know how many destinations it is flying, how many aircrafts are they flying, what type of aircrafts do they fly, or what are the special awards they have got in recent times, what achievements they have accomplished in recent times and throughout. So this will give the interviewer an idea that you are a serious candidate, you have done your research, you know about the company, you are there for a reason, you are not just for money or just for the sake of being a cabin crew. No, you have serious matter in your head, you know about the company more than the interview may know. You get my point? You should be so thorough with the facts, research the facts, make the list out of all of the facts you can, memorize them, and it should be on your tips when you're going for the interview. Because when they ask you a question like why you want to be a cabin crew in Qatar Airways or why you want to work with our company, you should have the answer. Then you will give this answer and they will be like, oh, nice. Because these questions are very basic questions which you should expect that they will ask from you. I'll make a separate video again for those questions which they usually ask. Mostly there are some basic questions which every interview you will go, they will ask you. So I'll make a separate video. But yes, this is one of the questions which they ask, like why you want to join our company. And you should know, this is the reason why I want to join Qatar Airways. This is the reason I want to join Indigo. This is the reason I want to join Air India. This is the reason I want to join Singapore Airlines. So this is how you create your authenticity in the head of the interviewer, that you are an authentic candidate. You are just not for another interview. No, you have researched about your company, you know what you're doing, you know what you're saying, and you know where you are and for what reason. So that is very important. Research the company for which you are going for. Now the fourth point comes to, again, prepare the basic questions. Don't go just let's go with the flow, let's see what happens, let's go for an experience, how does it feel. No, don't have that mindset that in the first attempt it's not that easy that I'll get in first attempt, so let's just go with the flow just for the experience, how it feels. No, why are you wasting your time? No, if you're going for an experience, go prepared, right? Go prepared, prepare at least 10 to 15 questions which you think or you have heard from other people that they have asked, like tell me about yourself, what are your hobbies, what do you do in your leisure time, why you want to join this airline, you see yourself in 5 years ahead, and so many questions. I'll make a separate video for those 10-15 questions which I usually prepare for any interview. So these questions, you should know those answers by heart. Like it should be like, if you know, if they ask you this question, you're already prepared. You are not fumbling, you're not thinking, you're not making faces, and these words are not coming in your answer. You will give a different impression to the interviewer than other candidates, because those candidates have not prepared those questions, but you have. So prepare the basic 10-15 questions which you think could be asked, or you have heard that these questions have been asked in the interview. Go prepared and have your answers ready before time, so that it will give you an edge from other candidates. Coming to the next point is, write your answers. It's not just have that in your mind, have those answers in your mind. No, don't make that mistakes, because when you are in an interview environment, you are much more stressed, you are more pressurized, you are more nervous, and in that time you make mistake. That time your brain will not work as it will work when you are sitting peacefully, calmly, and writing your answers. It will be a different scenario. But how to make those scenarios same is writing your answer right now. Before going to the interview, write your answer, write your introduction, that what you are going to say. That point of time, you should not think that what should I say next. No, every single line, cut to cut, you should know that this points I need to say on these questions. It will give you so much of confidence when you are giving your interview. You will feel it. I still remember I did this for the very first time in my Indigo interview, and I felt so confident after giving my first round, which was the introduction round, because I got selected out of the 8 candidates. Why? Because my introduction was very, very interesting, crisp, very, very, very fluent, and there was no yes, no, I, and the interviewer can see that what I'm talking, I know what I'm talking about, and he can see the difference. Sorry, it was she, I guess. Yes, she can see the difference out of all other answers because I prepared it. Not even I prepared it, I wrote it and I just learned it by heart. I learned it that this is the only, I just remember, I revised it again and again, again and again, so that I don't forget. I just speak as soon as they say play, I will just start speaking. And it will feel like I am so well spoken. It will give an impression that you are so well spoken. You know how to articulate your words in speech. This will happen only when you write those answers. You have those 10-15 questions, you have written your answers, you have make the perfect answers for every single question which you can give, and learn those questions like Ratalo. Just memorize them by heart and then go for interview. You will have a different confidence level than other candidates, trust me. Coming to the last point, that is prepare yourself an attractive self-introduction. I have already talked about it, but I'll talk about it now again. When you are giving your introduction, try to keep your answer more deeper than being on the surface. Generic answer, don't give the generic answer, give a deeper answer when you're giving it. Tell them about yourself, the aspects you want to showcase that you have inside your personality, that you should tell them that these are the things which I possess already and these are the things you require, so you better choose me. And for that you need to have a good introduction. You need to work on your introduction than any other thing, because most of the crew get rejected in the first round, that is introduction round. And that is the reason it becomes the second important thing to prepare after CV is your self-introduction. When they ask you, tell me about yourself, you should have a very crisp, in detail, very attractive, ear-catching answer. That they will like, oh my God, that person should not be just a cabin crew. This person should sit on my seat. They speak so well. They know about themselves so well. I don't even know myself about this in this depth. So use your introduction as a way to boost your confidence, because it's your first round. Secondly, the interviewer doesn't have a second thought that I should choose this candidate or not. No, they should know when you start talking, in just 30 seconds, they know that you are coming to the second round. And for that, this will only happen when you prepare your introduction on a very serious note. So don't just think that it's just an introduction, I just have to tell about myself. No, the introduction is the first stage of the interview, and it is mass rejections. Because an interview, what happens mostly is like 4 or 5 people or 6 people, in my case 8 people, they were all together in the introduction round, and they all introduce themselves in just one minute. You are given just 1 minute, and they cannot speak for 1 minute about themselves. I have seen candidates that speak like this I do, and these are my hobbies, and I have this qualification, and that's it. That's the introduction. So interviewer asks you about a second question, because the interviewer wants to know more about you. So he will ask, oh, what hobbies do you have? So what do you do? How do you enjoy these hobbies? Like, what do you do? They keep on asking questions again and again to get more out of you. But why you are giving the interviewer that much pressure that he or she needs to ask more questions? Just tell in the first go, in just 1 minute, or in those 60 seconds, make your answer so crisp, so detail oriented, that the interviewer thinks that, okay, I know this person very well now. I don't have to think about anything else that I should know. No, I know this. So be very careful, because once you got into the introduction round, the game changes there. If there are 1,000 candidates, after introduction round, if you got selected, you are just competing with 100 candidates. This is the rejection you face in the introduction round. So that is why introduction becomes very, very important when you are preparing for your interview. So that is it. I have just given you my preparation, which I do usually for any interview. I prepare a good CV, I prepare my introduction, I prepare all the questions which are required, I research about the company, I have all the keywords on my tips, and I'm good to go. Because after you have this much of information already in your head, then it gets very easy for you to articulate other answers if asked by an interview which you have not prepared. Because you have so many content from every single answer which can pick from here, and you will get a good answer for a question which you have not even prepared. Yes, this is what happens when you prepare this much. You have a lot of confidence that you can speak on anything, and this will lead you to get selected in every single round of any interview. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye.